always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. Jordan and Keith is Entertainment Tonight meets Access Hollywood.
I'm Jordan. Guy laughing, that's Keith.
Yeah, I'm Keith.
An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Tired of all the lies and excuses? It's the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast with Jordan and Keith.
Yeah.
You like that?
Tired of all of that stuff, Jordan. Thank you for breaking it down.
That's my old politician voice. That's my,
all right.
I'm trying to scare you straight about something.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a Thursday.
All right, yeah. It's a Thursday. It's a good Thursday.
Before Friday.
Do you know what I miss? Because we live in California sometimes.
That's right.
In these shows. I miss
rain.
rain.
I don't know where we could be. We could be in Barcelona.
No, we travel a lot.
That's
but
right.
I miss
or Portugal.
In my home, my living place, when we don't travel, I miss rain. When's the last time has it rained here?
All right, come on, mate. You know, it's summertime. We have a little drought. It's California. It's
yeah, I know. I know about that
You'll
drought.
get your rain for the fall, and you'll get your rain, especially for winter here in California.
And, you know, I move away from Louisiana, and they have that
in
historic
Southern
flooding going on
California.
right now.
What's going on in Louisiana?
Historic flooding.
Seriously? That
guys-
does get annoying when everyone else gets the rain but us.
Oh, you didn't know about that?
The past 2 years, no.
See, that's one of those things, because a lot of people are getting upset about it, like, that the media is not covering it enough, because this is an historic flooding. Like, I just got notifications from 50 friends saying that they're safe. You know?
Wow. Well, the whole Katrina thing. So, okay, I got you.
So, yeah, this one, it's really bad there.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad your friends are safe, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. All of them are safe, I
and
think.
you know what? We'll take some of that water. Bring it to California. We need it.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
It's Mother Nature, though. What can you do there?
Our thoughts are out to people in Louisiana right now.
Hopefully everyone's okay.
I didn't mean to get this on about, like, you know, I'm glad that we were able to say that, but really this just comes from me, like, it's harder to be lazy and stay in all day if it's not raining, you know? Like, there's a lot of guilt if there's sun outside. It's like, well, what's my excuse for not going to the market?
But okay. Not for me.
For me, I feel like the rain is like this permission to just not do anything that day. Like, well, I wish I can go out to other places, but
the rain can make you want to stay in, but the rain also, believe it or not, when it rains, it's good for restaurants and it's good for movie theaters.
And, you know, when it rains, it pours. So we've got some entertainment coming out right now. Our first news story is going to be about the Ghostbusters, all four of them.
All four of them?
Kind of. I mean, it's all relevant. So,
yes.
Ghostbusters, while we originally thought a sequel's on the way and that everybody was wrong about it, while everybody, I feel like, was a little wrong about it, the movie turned out to be pretty good in my opinion. The movie did not make enough money to last for a sequel, so instead they're going to be focusing their efforts on getting animated spin-offs, and there's a ride coming in, like, Dubai or somewhere.
And I'm like, animated spinoffs, really? That just
have you seen any of the other animated Ghostbusters spinoffs? This has been going on for a while.
In passing, maybe.
We've gone through at least, I think, 2 or 3 Ghostbusters animated series. One I grew up watching, you know?
Okay. But you know what? Here's the thing, though, man. It's like, okay, so it didn't gross what you wanted it to gross, but at the same time, it's not on DVD yet. You can still recoup. And if there's any additional footage that you didn't give us in the theater, you know, a good Blu-ray for this can do well.
Well, I don't know, because it says that they've had a loss of $70 million, so a good Blu-ray may not fix that one.
Well, like I said, well, just remember this. Office Space bombed in the theater, and it became a cult classic on video.
Yeah, well, we can hope for that, because I enjoyed it, and I would love to see a sequel to it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was entertaining, but, you know, it's also about, you know, strategizing when you put a movie out.
Yeah.
A movie like this you want to put out when there's nothing else people want to watch. That's always the best time.
What was going on when Ghostbusters
I can't remember now. No. But, you know, I'm pretty sure they were competing with at least 2 kids films.
Life moves fast, yeah.
You know, so you got to think all those things through. So, but yeah, so animated spinoffs, no, I'm not going to watch those, but I would watch the sequels of a live action sequel, so we'll see.
I
grew up on
too.
a cartoon, though? I didn't know that.
I didn't grow up on it. Like, that wasn't my bread and butter. But I remember watching that every night when I could. It would be the Ghostbusters doing crazy ghost things. And it turned out now, like, when I look back at it, people say that was a terrible cartoon to watch. The one that I did watch, like, that was that was like the bad one. But you know, when you're a kid, right?
You don't care.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as bad when you're a kid.
They're ghosting there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
right
on.
So so hopefully we can have a very cool animated Ghostbusters spinoff that's actually enjoyable. We don't know, won't judge until we see it, and something good will still come out of this.
Exactly.
Won't be the end of these Ghostbustings. Okay, so we've talked about ghostbusting, we've talked about the science, but what about the fantasy, Keith?
Great segue. I like that. Speaking of fantasy, the famous world-renowned JK Rowling. Yes, she's done it again. So we're going to get some Hogwarts movies.
We thought she was done
Digital
with
works,
Harry Potter
but
years
she's
ago,
not.
but then she wasn't done. She released that book, that screenplay. Then we thought, okay, now she's done with Harry Potter. Guess what? She may never be done with Harry Potter.
And that's all right. Look, it's nothing wrong with being known for one great idea. If you got one great idea, that's all it takes.
Yeah, and people like
and
Harry
mortality
Potter
that way, man. So
I think some people that are diehard fans, they're kind of scared of like something potentially could go wrong. Maybe this book will be bad and it'll tarnish. But for me,
she is the author. She can do whatever the heck she wants to do.
Yes, she can. Thank you. Stole the words from my mouth. I'm really excited about it, and I think a lot of other people do.
Dude, I want to see the cursed Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I'm gonna have to go see that play. So between that, I want to see that and these digital works.
And those Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out.
Oh man,
I have to. Yeah, out of curiosity, I got to. There's almost an obligation now.
Yeah.
After seeing, but you have to watch the Harry Potter movies still.
I'm working on it. I am.
You have to watch those. So, because especially
I went on the ride in Universal. Doesn't that count for anything?
A little bit.
I know about that Wampin Tree.
It's like extra credit.
Yeah.
So you got a little extra credit on that. So,
okay.
So we'll give you extra credit.
As soon as I watch the movies and read the books, I'll be a superior
your
fan.
Final grade. Yeah.
So we've got 3 new short series of stories that are coming out. The upcoming works are going to be Powers, Politics, and Pesky Poltergeist. That's my favorite out of the 3.
Short stories from Hogwarts and then Hogwarts. An incomplete, unreliable guide.
Yeah. Pesky Poltergeist. That's fun. That's fun with alliteration. I'm having a good time saying that.
So it's about the school that Harry and the gang went to. So I don't know if these are sequels or prequels, because she doesn't really say. All we do know is we want to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I know I want to check it out.
So I'm excited about that. And like I said, the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Harry Potter's all grown up and he's having issues with his kids. I want to see that. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool too. So she's back in rare in action.
How big a fan of you or of the Harry Potter series? Have you read the books? Have you watched all the movies?
Never read any of the books, but I watched all the movies and I enjoyed them.
And they were fun, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
was it something you think that you could like? Okay, I'm getting off subject, but hear me out. Is this a movie that you feel like you could go back and watch, or is it kind of like Eye in the Sky was, where we saw and it's like I'm so glad I saw it, but pretty heavy. Don't think I can watch it again so easily.
I could see them all again.
Really?
Because I would give JK Rowling credit. She made something that's basically kind of historical. I mean, she made something that's very iconic, and it means a lot. I mean, first of all, doing a book series about kids going to a wizard school was brilliant in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a
Do you think
premise.
she made Mickey Mouse in a sense?
Well, I think she eclipsed Mickey. This is, and then what's great about this, and this story almost kind of fools you because when you first start watching Harry Potter,
yeah,
it's cute kids fantasy. This is cool about the misfit kid. He's orphaned, and his friends become more of his family than his own family that he has. And as the movie's progressing, he gets older, and basically everyone who's watching these movies, you're growing up with this cast. And
yeah,
growing up with
and that's a cool way to be about.
And eventually, it's like it goes from being a kid story to a very adult story that got kind of dark and sad. And you see Harry going through changes, but it's all still so riveting.
I like stories like that where you kind
so
of grow
riveting.
up with the character, like that movie Boyhood.
I've heard good things about that. That's different. That's a different podcast.
Totally different, yeah.
Yeah, but so J.K. Rowling, much love. I believe she started off writing these fictional stories for her kids.
Yeah,
and it grew into something else. And it's just, Harry Potter and those movies and those books, they're a cultural phenomenon. That's what I think. I think it's a part of the culture. I think it's a part of history because I don't know if you're ever going to get something like that again. The Percy Jackson stuff was good, but they did 2 movies. I think they're done with that. That's based off a book series, and that might have gotten inspired because of what happened with Harry Potter. But so I'm excited about the Hogwarts movies, the digital works. And like I said, we'll see what happens with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, because eventually that probably will become a film.
Oh yeah, sure I hope so, right?
So but we gotta get the game back together again. And Dan Radcliffe told us, a few podcasts ago that he was down to play Harry Potter again. So
yeah,
you remember?
I remember. No, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's good news. That's good entertainment news. So we're excited about that. Let's see what happens. That's in September.
September, and you
September
guys can
6th.
check out Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
When?
That is coming out in November, so we've got a lot to look forward to.
Okay,
it's
going to go up against Doctor Strange. It's going to be a crazy time in November.
I
They
can't
gotta
wait.
do all that right before Star Wars, because Star Wars is probably like in December.
I love that our job is to review movie podcasts,
Right?
movies. So
Different podcasts, but yes.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. We're gonna have to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna keep talking about entertainment. It's kind of our thing.
Yes.
We will see you guys like almost, two blinks of an eye.
Yes, love this commercial.
Are you looking for help for your fantasy football team? Check out the GSMC Fantasy Football Podcast. Get today's best advice on who to start, who to sit, even who you should draft. From sleeper picks to red hot lineups, they got it all covered for you. That's gsmcpodcast.com/fantasy-football-podcast. We'll cover traditional leagues, dynasty, PPR, even IDP leagues. When you need fantasy help, there's just one show to hit up. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit gsmcpodcast.com for more info.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GSMC Entertainment Podcast.
Yes.
Or should I say welcome back to the GSMC
This is true.
Entertainment Podcast.
Welcome back.
We had a fun time just talking about Harry Potter.
Yes.
But we need to jump into other stuff, though. It's about time.
Did you know that the Playboy Mansion officially sold for $100 million?
It's about time. We've been
Half
talking
of what
about
it's
this
listed
before,
for.
right?
Yeah.
So it was originally 200, and with the caveat that Hugh Hefner can still live there as long as he wants, and you just have to deal with that.
He's in his 80s, man. So it
It's
is what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that was like
no,
the thing.
dude, he's 90.
He's 90, yeah.
Whoa.
So I guess that's kind of like his thing where it's like, well, come on, guys. Like, I'm going to be here that long. Just, let me live here
He looks
anyways.
good at 90. He looks good.
No,
He's
he
looking
looks
good.
great. No, he looks like he still can be on TV.
That's crazy, man. The hef. Wow.
Yeah, so...
That mansion was bought 45 years ago for just over $1 million.
Yeah, so the former CEO of Pabst Brewing Company, you may know them from the PBRs,
Oh yeah.
He bought it for $100 million, and
Wow.
this place is huge.
It is. It's beautiful looking.
29-room mansion, and it's also got a 4-bedroom guest house.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
So he didn't get what he wanted for it, but he still made money off of this thing.
yeah.
Especially considering he paid $1 million, little over $1 million 45 years ago. Yeah, you're doing pretty good, dude. That's
That's doing great. That's
like
doing
what,
great.
1971? Yeah.
People make fun of people that drink Pabst Blue Ribbon, but guess what? Somebody that works for them just bought a mansion, so I guess they're doing okay.
You shouldn't be making fun of them. It's all American beer. Just saying.
It's an all-American beer. We've got a few all-American beers.
Exactly. That's one of them. So, but enough of that, because there's no sponsorship for that. So
Yeah, absolutely not. And we will continue bad-mouthing Pabst Blue Ribbon until you guys decide to buck up on the dollars.
we're now going to badmouth you. Just going to.
You wait, Pabst.
So, in some sad news, former Nine Inch Nails keyboardist James Woolley died.
Oh, don't say died. No,
Yeah.
not another. What
Nice
happened?
picture. Yeah, I know, man. He was keyboard player from 91 to 94. He died over the weekend, according to his ex-wife, Kate Van Buren.
Really?
She announced it on Facebook. Yeah, it's sad.
Man,
Just
so
pretty crazy stuff.
How did he die? Before you say that, can I go ahead and say that he also did sound design? He had worked for The Simpsons before. I didn't know that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's.
And there's a very nice picture of him and one of his babies from Instagram.
Oh man, that is just terrible. Oh gosh, but I guess better place now, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So how did he die?
It's not really telling me.
Oh man, it's unknown at this time. So I guess we're gonna.
That's
find
even
out.
more kind of sad, but yeah.
We'll figure out what happened, as time goes on. In the meantime, our thoughts go out to the families. We hope that you guys are doing okay. That I can imagine that's such a hard time.
So, but we will say this though, which his ex-wife said that when she met him at a club in Los Angeles, she said it was love at first sight, and she also said that after his work with Nine Inch Nails, he also did some stuff with Rob Halford, band 2WO, and the sound design job, like you said, for The Simpsons. So those of you who don't know, Rob Halford was the original lead singer of Judas Priest, and also the singer of Fight. So
Fight.
Yeah, that was his side project, Rob Halford's.
Wow. So yeah.
Yeah. So they said, he worked hard and played hard with Nine Inch Nails. He brought coolness to playing keyboards, which isn't easy to do as playing guitar or drums. His ex-wife, Miss Van Buren, said. So yeah. So it's nice when you see an ex-wife saying nice things about her ex-husband. So. Yeah, they have 3 kids, so our heart goes out to them, and yeah, we wish you all the best.
Yeah, you don't get to say that much, right?
No, you really don't. So
yeah,
and that's part of the end of an era. So Nine Inch Nails were, they may have been the most successful industrial band in America in the '90s.
They were definitely a successful industrial band in the '90s. Definitely. We can say that too.
Yeah, yes, definitely. So right on. So, man, you want to talk about your girl, Miss Amy Schumer?
What did she do now, Keith?
Well, it's not what she did per se. She's doing a book signing, and fur protesters crashed it, dude.
Fur protesters?
And Amy fires back. Yeah, man.
What happened? Oh my God! Tell me everything.
So she did an NYC book signing, and she was wearing fur, and this made some people mad.
How did someone spot her with fur and they gathered the group?
Or? I guess so, yeah.
Do you think
she's at Barnes & Noble? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That is...
And there were protesters with toting signs and shouting at her for wearing a coat, this past winter that made by Canada Goose, a company the protesters claim engages in animal cruelty. So,
Well, she hasn't worn it since, the report says, so there's that at least. She's staying out of the trouble.
But that's kind of very old school. It's very old school Hollywood in a sense.
What, wearing animal coats? I mean,
I haven't someone protesting.
Do you see the picture of it? Like, it doesn't look like
nostalgia. I actually like that happened. That's just an old school Hollywood superstar complaint to have. It's very 20 years ago.
Yeah, it brings you back to the days of when the Charlie's Angels actresses were
taking the prime. The only thing missing was them throwing paint on her coat,
Oh, man, that would have been bad.
We do not condone that. We are not suggesting that. I'm just saying that's
I don't think you have to tell people that.
I know.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. They know.
But very old school. So, hey, and Amy wasn't even trying to get any attention.
So she was saying, being playful about it, like, just kind of being cool about it. Like, hey, yeah, guys, this. But then security eventually tossed them out because,
oh, yeah,
they were angry and mad at her for wearing her coat.
So Barnes & Noble's like, we never get this kind of attention. So, hey, this is cool. So, So they're like, what's all the ruckus? It's crazy stuff.
I wouldn't say Barnes & Noble never gets the attention.
I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah, no.
So, I got love for Barnes & Noble.
They're not your Sleepy
bookstore.
Town bookstore. That
it's a great bookstore.
Yeah,
it's a great bookstore. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. So,
yeah, but
I found some good stuff there.
And I'm not defending Barnes & Noble either. Let's keep them on their toes. But
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay, so fans of Comedy Bang Bang, Scott Aukerman doing that whole thing. The show is ending right now, though.
No way.
This is on the last season. Are you a fan?
No, I don't know about it. So you have to. But
okay, well,
it
came on IFC. It has 5 seasons now. Reggie Watts, amazing talent, who does the voice, the mixing, the recording. He was, kind of the music man for the show until he was briefly replaced with Kid Cudi, and then Weird Al Yankovic. So
I don't know how I feel. That sounds like the wrong path.
like a weird pattern to go with.
Yeah, How do you go from Kid Cudi to Weird Al Yankovic? That's interesting.
I think they both worked pretty well for it, but they're doing 10 final episodes premiering in October and a great 2-part finale.
A half-hour show, hour show?
It's a half-hour show, yeah.
IFC?
IFC, check it out before,
channel, independent film channel.
While it's leaving. They brought out the appearances of who's going to be on it. Maylene Ackerman, Mike Coulter, Kaylee Kuko from Big Bang Theory. Ben Folds, you know him.
Ben Folds 5, baby.
Yeah, Jillian Jacobs, Paul F. Tompkins, Jason Mantzoukas. There's a lot going on with it, so.
All right.
We'll be sure to check it out before it goes away. Yeah.
Okay. Comedy Bang Bang.
I was a big fan of the show. I'm really heartbroken that it's leaving.
So now you're going to have to make sure you tune in for those final episodes.
Yeah, I know.
The good news, though, when you do 5 seasons, all you need really is 4 to go into syndication.
That's true.
That means they did well for themselves.
It was a great show. I think you would have enjoyed it.
Okay.
Or you still can. It's all on Netflix. Yeah, kinda. It's an interview show. So
okay,
check it out. It's on Netflix, everybody, and check out these last episodes.
All right.
And with that, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show.
Break.
Yeah, there you go. That one. See you guys soon.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
So we do have more with Miss Amy Schumer. So I wanted to tell you about that. Her show, Inside Amy, it looks like it might be getting canceled.
Oh, no.
I know, right? So
did you like that show?
I never really saw it, but
you're
I do
not
like
too much
Amy
into following the comedies, right? You're more of a drama kind of
drama and science fiction fantasy.
Yeah.
So, but I do think she's funny. I do like her. I love Trainwreck. That was a great movie.
Oh yeah, I just saw it again the other day.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So basically, what happened? Apparently, there's been some controversy going around with her writer, Kurt Metzger.
Yeah. So
basically, Amy found herself in a situation where she was defending herself and the show in regards to, the aftermath of that. So, and, what she spent time Wednesday on Twitter talking about, Kurt, and basically she was stating that
he didn't
Metzger was called out for some hurtful comments that he made. And she said that he doesn't work for the show, like she's saying he doesn't work for her, that he's not her writer on the show. And please stop asking me about it. His words are not mine. And, and of course you have to defend yourself because people will automatically, a lot of times, associate you. If it's your show, then she's got to be, she's got to be with this too. And, that's not always the case. So I'm glad that she cleared that up. So she also states that, I didn't fire Kurt. He isn't a writer for my show because we aren't making the show anymore. There are no writers for it. So everyone's like, well, so that means the show's being canceled?
Yeah.
So, she retweeted a fan's response saying, "You're the best and we'll miss your show. And Twitter sucks sometimes." So she retweeted that. So everyone's led to believe that this show is being canceled. So, but yeah, so this is, was as of yesterday. That's what was going on.
So hopefully we'll find out more.
Right. So
Comedy Central renewed Amy Schumer's, Inside Amy Schumer for season 5, but not really sure what's going on. I guess this is whatever decision Amy Schumer wants to do. Totally understandable. I mean,
right.
There's a lot that comes with making a show. There's a lot of even on Twitter. There's a lot that you have to deal with when making a show.
Yeah. So it got renewed in January for the 5th season.
So
and the 4th season finale aired in June. And Metzger was credited for 39 out of the 40 episodes of the series.
So yeah, there's we'll see what happens. Yeah,
there's
some more continuation to that. And speaking of continuations, I think we're going to pick up on one of our bigger stories right now.
Which is what, sir?
Which is the Johnny Depp one right here. Yes.
Yeah.
So Amber Heard finally settled with Johnny Depp on the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
After a lot of talk, even with us having to go through this a lot, we've covered it. We've officially covered the Johnny Depp.
It was
Amber
As
divorce.
the World Turns with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It was a soap opera, man.
It really was.
Highs and lows, ups and downs, all around. Ooh, I rhymed. Bars.
Amber
Bars
Heard settled for $7 million, and she's very happy for it all to be over with as well.
Yeah.
She, according to her, sources, it's her. She's relieved because she's been stressed on her, and she's had to deal with it with her friends, her family. It's just everyone's just saw this is really tearing her up. It's been a real emotional, traumatic experience. So,
well, I mean, and this type of thing can be, in a sense, it was bad press for both of them. Her accusations towards him, his accusations towards her. It got messy. And everyone was, being brought in on the whole thing. So, it's good to get this thing resolved, and let's see if they can both move on and move forward. So,
yeah.
it was a he said, she said game, and it was getting kind of messy.
It really is. The two, they also issued their first joint statement together since Heard filed the divorce.
Do tell.
She said, our relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any intent on physical or emotional harm, they said. Amber wishes the best for Johnny in the future, and Amber will be donating financial proceeds from the divorce to a charity. The statement concluded that there will be no further public statements about this matter.
What charity is that?
I'm not sure yet, but it seems like everything that was a good way to end it. That was such a messy situation that was really just it was hurting both their reputations. And
apparently, it's been confirmed that from court documents that she has dismissed the domestic violence restraining order that she had against him. So
yeah, this is a big development for it.
Yeah, it is.
And I guess we're done talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Okay.
It's been so long, right?
For now,
yeah. Until they get married again.
Right.
But, so that was a lot of fun. I've had a good time. I think that we started talking about that from the span of since we opened the show.
Oh, yeah. It was
20 episodes later, right?
And we appreciate you because you helped with the news. It was good stuff.
Such a crappy thing to say.
I know.
But yeah, so best of luck to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. You've both earned it. That's not us being snarky or sarcastic. I genuinely like both of you. Not a problem with either one. So with that out of the way, we can talk about things that don't involve Johnny Depp or Amber Heard.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
Is there anything else, in this world? I feel like it's just been so long. All I can think about when I go to bed and when I wake up, it's Johnny Depp and Heard.
Come on now.
Yeah,
I doubt that.
Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic. You're right.
Life goes on. So
possible. So I'm going to say another thing that's happening, though. What's going on is that Fox is developing a new show that is going to be based off of the Donner Party, that whole family situation, and I think with a zombies twist.
And that would be the only reason why I check that out now.
Because of the zombies?
Yeah, because now you're going to make cannibalism interesting with the whole zombie thing. So that all comes together now. Because outside that real life Donner Party, I'm not really interested. It kind of depresses me. But
okay.
But
when you add a fun twist to it.
Dude, like Pride and Prejudice with zombies, that was the bomb. So yes.
I didn't know how I felt about it. To me, I feel like
loved it.
This almost seems like a Simpsons joke of a movie, like,
oh, man.
Coming soon, this with zombies in it,
and it'll be number one in the box office. Watch.
I think this is actually going to be an ongoing series, so that's going to be a lot of fun to kind of check out. I'm curious. Okay, so the show is going to be called The Hunger, or at least that's what they were working on. So they just bought, the person who made it is Alma Katsu, and she has already published 3 fantasy novels, including 2011's The Taker, which 20th Century Fox just bought the film rights for, to her novel proposal for the theoretical book which will eventually be titled The Hunger.
That's also a movie, dude. So
The Hunger, yes.
yeah, it's a movie with David Bowie and Catherine Deneuve and Susan Sarandon about vampires based off of a book.
Really?
Yes.
David Bowie?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
And that's like maybe
Is it good?
1981.
Is it
82.
good or is it
It's an
super
excellent
cheesy?
film, actually.
How
It's based
would
off a legendary book.
better or worse than The Labyrinth?
You know what? I still have to watch The Labyrinth.
You've never seen The Labyrinth?
No.
Oh man, it's.
No.
I honestly, it's
And
not good, but it's great.
And a lot of kids know David Bowie from that.
Yeah,
first, then the music, which is cool.
I don't know about that. I'm sure that there's a lot of prime examples, but I think a lot of kids like the appeal of David Bowie, the rock star, and thinking, "Oh, this is cool. There's puppets. It's ironic. We love irony. We're kids," and just kind of went from there.
Oh yeah.
So you guys look out for a Donner Party show that involves a Walking Dead twist, a Walking Dead-esque twist. So I guess zombies.
Yes, but speaking of David Bowie, his daughter just had her sweet 16. She turned 16 last week.
Really?
Yeah.
So happy birthday, little Bowie.
Yeah, Lexi Jones. Yeah.
Lexi Jones.
Yeah, that's a pretty picture of her on Instagram. She's a pretty.
Oh
girl.
yeah. I was going to recover that one too.
Yeah. So and
congratulations.
then David Bowie's son Duncan just had his child. So David Bowie became a grandfather, but he didn't live long enough to see it. But yeah, kind of crazy stuff.
So once again, rest in peace, Bowie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But happy birthday to Lexi. You're 16 now. So and the world. Hey, the world loves your dad, and I'm sure it's kind of funny. You're walking the streets and you see people.
Do you know what?
Huh?
Oh, I was about to say, do you know what happens when we usually say happy birthday, Lexi, on this show?
What?
Usually when we say happy birthday, Lexi, that's us ending the show.
No, not really, but okay.
Because we're out of time.
That's not us ending the show, but that's fine.
I think we should give a good big happy birthday, Lexi, because we are out of time.
Yeah, so you're funny, dude. So it's all good.
So I guess with that being said, this has been Keith and Jordan. And this is
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, no. I always have to second guess when because for the life of me, I don't remember your name. I've written it down on my hand, and I just look at it. I don't know if you always. I never make eye contact looking at my hand.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So with that being said, if you liked us, you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We're on both those things, but that's not even all. We're on so many things. iTunes, yes. SoundCloud, most def. Google Play. Don't even ask. And if you also, want more of us beyond all those things, we have GSMCpodcast.com. So with all that being said,
thanks again for listening. We do appreciate all of you. We'll see you somewhere out in space.
Good night and good luck.
There you go.